careful, Mark. She's a lot stronger than you.
Remember that we started with reason.
I'm your host, Stephanie Williams, and welcome to Prime Video Episode Breakdowns, where I will be breaking down weekly episodes of our favorite series on Prime Video so you can keep up with what's happening in the new season. Today, we're recapping Season 2, Episode 7 of Invincible. Before we jump into everything that happened in Episode 7, here's what happened in Episode 6. The Guardians who went to space to handle the Sequid spaceship situation returned to Earth to find a lot had happened. Duplicate died, Shrinking Ray is in intensive care, Rexplode is in surgery for a gunshot wound to the head, and Debbie has named Mark's younger brother Oliver. Debbie also hired a nanny to help take care of him, and Mark has a breakthrough theory that his dad left clues about defeating the Viltrumites in his novels. If you want a more detailed refresher, you can check out our previous breakdown video for Episode 6 and our video highlighting key moments for the first half of Season 2. There's a link in the video's description. So without further ado, here is our recap of Season 2, Episode 7, I'm Not Going Anywhere. Episode 7 opens with Mark and Amber attending a comic convention. The event is interrupted when Adam Eve calls Mark to help track down Rexplode, who abruptly left the GDA hospital. When we catch up with Rex, he's in the middle of battling a tentacle monster, and for the most part, he's handling himself pretty well for someone who was shot in the back of the head. Invincible shows up to give Rex a helping hand, but in typical Rex fashion, he declines. Rex then discovers he's got an upgrade with his new hand. Back at the Guardians headquarters, Rudy and Monster Girl are trying out a new robotic suit he designed just for her, hoping she will use it instead of having to transform. Shrinking Ray is still recovering in the ICU. According to Bulletproof, the Guardians are a mess. Immortal is still struggling with processing Kate's death, and Cecil puts him on a leave of absence from the team, which gives Rudy back his job as leader of the Guardians. When we catch up with Rick, he's having a nightmare reliving the trauma inflicted on him by D.A. Sinclair. He wakes up in a cold sweat, and William tries to calm him down, but Rick is really going through it. Meanwhile, Donald wants to resign, and he shares this with Cecil, but Cecil doesn't want to hear it. Cecil then tells Donald that it wasn't his decision to erase Donald's memories and leaves him to discover the truth for himself. And that truth is that Donald has died several times before. Mark meets the dean of the college, Principal Winslow, now Dean Winslow, who challenges Mark to choose between committing to college and something else, which is to be a superhero, even though there's no indication that Dean Winslow knows that Mark is invincible. Back at the GDA, when Donald follows up with Cecil after finding out the truth that he himself was the one who wanted his memories erased, not Cecil, Donald requests that his memories be restored. Debbie's relationship with her coworker Paul begins to improve. Paul asks Debbie out on a date and Debbie accepts. Oliver is making progress with the caretaker Debbie hired in the previous episode. The caretaker also believes his powers will kick in much earlier than Mark's. Mark has a heart-to-heart with his mom about how complicated things have gotten between him and Amber. Debbie shares how dating his father, Omni-Man, was tough for her, and talks about some of the challenges she faced as an ordinary human woman dating a superhero. Donald shows up on campus at William's request to help Rick, who has been struggling with who he is and what he has become since his run-in with D.A. Sinclair. Donald shares with Rick that they are alike, and he understands how he feels. Donald tells Rick that he has died 39 times and is about 98% machine. Donald manages to get through to Rick, who is comforted by his story. Amber and Mark are still figuring out how to make their relationship work. They try to have an uninterrupted evening together until a Viltrumite agent named Anissa shows up, demanding that Mark comes with her to talk. Anissa threatens to kill Amber and everyone else at the restaurant, and Mark doesn't agree to go, so of course he does. A very short while later, Anissa tells Invincible all about what the Viltrumite Empire could do for Earth. Then Cecil alerts Invincible that a kaiju is attacking a cruise ship. He suggests that Mark take Anissa with him to help if she is actually serious about the Viltrumites valuing human life. Invincible fights the kaiju while Anissa watches. She then has enough and she finally steps in and quickly defeats it. After Anissa and Invincible get the cruise ship safely ashore, their conversation escalates. Invincible is staunch in his decision to not join the Viltrum Empire, which leads to a fight between him and Anissa, where she quickly overpowers him. Instead of killing Invincible, Anissa shares that killing him is not her task. She says another Viltrumite will return to Earth to finish Mark off and the rest of Earth if he doesn't comply with General Krieg's orders to prepare the planet for a Viltrumite takeover. Later, Mark and Amber are forced to confront the reality that Mark's life as Invincible is detrimental to their relationship. Afterward, Mark receives a call from his mother, but she's not on the line. It's Ancient Levy who has returned. Levy is holding Debbie and Oliver hostage. And lastly, Anissa returns to General Krieg and tells him about Invincible's continued refusal to join their empire. Alan the alien then runs into Anissa and she discovers he is much stronger than he was the last time they met. Alan punches Anissa and she bleeds. Alan then fakes like he's unconscious after Anissa hits him back. She then brings him aboard the Viltrumite ship. And there you have it, everything that happened during Season 2, Episode 7. Thank you so much for watching this installment of Prime Video episode breakdowns. We'll be back to recap Episode 8. Don't forget to watch new weekly episodes of Invincible on Thursdays only on Prime Video. Once again, my name is Stephanie Williams. Thank you so much for watching.